G'day everybody, welcome back to another Rosh Reviews, where today we are in a Series 1 TL50. And mate, I have been waiting a very long time to get into one of these cars. They're extremely rare. Tickford, top level performance luxury from Ford here, from Tickford. And mate, getting into this thing, I'm excited. Now the TL50 was the long wheelbase, rear wheel drive, luxury sports sedan here from Tickford. And essentially this was in the lineup of all the T series. So you had the TE50, the TS50, which I have both reviewed. If you guys want to check those videos, you can click the pop-up banner here, or I'll leave a link for it down below. And this was essentially the luxury variant. And they did not make a lot of these cars because they were expensive. And when you're paying that sort of money, really wasn't to everybody's taste, I guess. Now, production is very low. So this particular one, it is the T1, so the Series 1. They only made 46. And this particular one, it is in the sparkling burgundy, and it is number 4. So, it's an early one. Now, of the Series 2 cars, which did get an upgrade on the Windsor, so they went to 220 kilowatts, there was only 13. And if you go into the T3, the Series 3, the last TL50s ever made, they got the stroked out 5.6 liter Windsor, and they are rarer than hen's teeth because only 2 were ever made and sold to the public. So yeah, they're extremely rare, and if anyone does have one, DM me. We got to have that one on the channel one day here. Now, under the bonnet of this TL50, this particular one has the 4.9 liter Windsor V8, and it's a beautiful motor. This particular girl's got over 350,000 Ks on her, and mate, she's still loving life, this thing. It puts out about 200 kilowatts and about 420 Newton meters from factory. It's rear wheel drive, and it does have a 4-speed automatic. Unfortunately, there were no manuals available in the TL50s because this was meant to be the optimal luxury vehicle. And, back in 1999, an automatic was a pretty special thing. You do, however, get these ESS Sport Shift buttons, which are a little bit of a gimmick here, not gonna lie, but they're pretty cool. To see this early technology, trying to come in 1999, let's remember. You push a button down here, it's marked ESSS, and you've got 2 sets of buttons, one for each hand, a big one on the top and a small one on the bottom. And basically you can run through the gears just by pressing the big button to shift up and the small button to shift down. So, it's not instant, say no dual clutch or anything, but I gotta say, it's still pretty cool to see this technology on an old car, and it's definitely unique. Now, price, look, this is why they did not sell a huge amount of TL50s. Again, these things are extremely rare, and it's because of price. Plain and simple, because these things are awesome, they're cool as hell, but they were a lot of cash. And back in 1999, this Series 1 was going to set you back 77 grand before any options. And yeah, that is a lot of change, considering you could basically go out and buy a TE50 or a TS50, get something a lot more sporty, and basically be paying even a little bit less here. Now, as for a used price, look, it really is kind of up in the air and open for debate because there currently is none for sale. That's how rare these things are. And, if you were looking for a Series 1 or a Series 2 in immaculate condition, I feel like personally the market's going to be sitting around that $30,000 to $40,000 for a really, really clean one. If you're going to find one that's in average condition with quite high Ks, you could probably pick these things up, if you're lucky, for, 20, 25 grand. Now, I have previously done a review of an LTD AU, and I absolutely love that thing. And, you can really see the resemblances in the front end of these cars and just basically the whole thing. But where you get the differences that I can really tell here is the LTD is purely for luxury. The seats were much softer. You could tell it had a different kind of leather. Very much softer suspension, just lighter steering, the works. Less of an exhaust. And that's really what they were marketing for, probably that older person. Where this, the TL50, was trying to take all the good things from the T-Series cars, the TE50, the TS50, and include the luxury of the LTD and kind of make a spin-off here. So I like this. You can definitely tell the steering is, got a little bit more weight to it. The suspension is definitely firmer in this TL50. And even so much to the seats, they definitely aren't as plush as the LTD. They do have a little bit more support, these ones. You can tell this car all round does have a lot more sportiness to it. You got the nice 18-inch alloys on this car as well from factory, and funny enough, I have seen these wheels before, and they were on the AU XR8 Rebel Edition, and beautiful car. I've reviewed that as well. If you guys want to check that video out, I'll leave a link again in the description, or you can go ahead and click the pop-up banner here. I absolutely love the design of these wheels. They look very, very cool. And look, just coming around a couple of corners here, getting it into ESS mode. Mate, she's still got a nice sound to her. This particular one, it is running an aftermarket exhaust system, but it's not obnoxious, but it's still got a good note. Yeah, mate, these things still like to go. It's smooth, that BTR. And again, this thing's got over 350,000 Ks, and you cannot fault this transmission. It really is smooth. The power is nice. It's got enough torque, this thing. Great cruiser. And just hearing this exhaust again here. Mate. That's what you love. Those Windsors, they're so damn good. They just keep going and going. They make an awesome noise. And yeah, these ESS buttons, they still do take a little while to get used to, but man, it's the BTR, you can't fault this thing, honestly. Yeah, for a big, TL50, this car, it's the LTD with sports everything. We've got Koni suspension on this, factory. It does handle itself really well in the corners for such a big thing. This thing's pushing over 1.8 tons here. All right, guys, so we are just pulling up on this back road here, and we're going to give it an attempt of 0 to 100. I actually don't know what this thing is claimed at. I'm going to put a guess at about 7 seconds. But guys, please remember, if you're enjoying this type of content, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the big red subscribe button. That is how I get more cool cars like this, how I get paid. And yeah, do me a solid, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And I've got traction control off, just putting it in drive for the first attempt. And let's just see what we get. So here we go. Go, 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 go. 100. And not half bad, guys. Not half bad. Let's have a look at what that time was. 0 to 100 was done in 7.7 seconds. And I actually think we can improve that. So this time round, I'm going to use the ESS Sport buttons. And let's see if that actually improves. Go, go, go. Come on. Go, go, go. That felt quicker. I don't know if it is. It just kind of felt a little bit quicker to me. Let's have a look at the time. 0 to 100 was done in 7.5 seconds. So we did shave a couple of tenths off there. I think that's pretty much what this thing's claimed at. You know, it's basically stock. It's just got an exhaust. And this thing is big, you know? So, yeah, 7.5. Not half bad. Now, I'm going to finish the video off here today, guys. So, look, a huge thank you to the owner for allowing me to take out his TL50 today. You know, look, these things are just, again, incredibly, incredibly rare. And to be able to get into the driver's seat, take it out for a run, show it off to you guys, I can't thank him enough. So, look, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you're new here. We'll see you on that next video.